Nine.
Well, welcome everybody. I'm Janet Kiefer. We're excited that you're joining us tonight for the Power of the Patch showcase. And I am hailing from the Austin, Texas area, and I'm an honored member of the Live Younger team and a two-star executive with LifeWave. Been working with the patches now for about 5 years. And 4 years ago, a friend called and we were talking, and she asked me, Janet, have you heard about this patch? And I had no clue what she was talking about at all. And so, but fortunately, I listened as she told me about this little company, LifeWave, and about these little patches called X39. And they were about light technology. And I was like, wonder what that's about. But I wanted to listen because I have been working diligently with doctors for years trying to get rid of knee pain. Well, their answer for my knee pain was to break all the bones in my foot, which I kind of wasn't running right into that. So, having nothing to lose, I ordered some Lifeway patches, and in 4 weeks, 3 years of knee pain, constant knee pain was gone. And it was at that point I looked at this thing and I said, okay, what are you? So, this is the technology you're going to learn about tonight. It's proven, it's powerful, and it's helping people tonight and today all across the world in 80 countries to look and feel younger. So, let's get started. If you'll give me just a moment, I am going to share my screen. And we're going to take you through the X39, pardon me, I've got to do that again, the X39 adventure here. And I apologize, rather than setting my slides up correctly, I just actually got rid of them. So hold on 2 seconds. Thank you. Okay, let me get back on track and share this. Maybe. Okay. Um, if you are like me, you may want to take notes, you may want to take some screenshots, and also tonight we have a wonderful special guest with us. So you'll be hearing from her shortly. So, welcome to the Power of the Patch. It's a patented breakthrough in wearable light technology. And the question I would start out with is I think you'll agree with me that health is our greatest wealth, and that I think back and remember when we could work all day and play all night and get up tomorrow and do again. Remember back in our 20s, people come over like at 11 at night and go, let's go dancing. We like, yeah, let's do that. And now it's like, hey, it's 9 o'clock. I'm ready for bed. Well, if you're like me, I think you'll agree the symptoms of aging and illness really aren't a lot of fun, especially that knee pain. So we'd love to share with you tonight a certain issue that's behind so much of the aging and the achiness and the illness. And this is something our doctors rarely, if never, talk about. And it is the older we get, the faster we age, and the slower we heal because our stem cells are declining. And our stem cells, you probably know, are our number one repair system. So on this graph, you look way over there to the left, we're newborns. We're growing like a weed. Your grandmother goes, "Oh, Janet, you seem a foot taller." And you probably were. Like, shoot, we're shooting right up. We're growing fast. We get in our 20s, our 30s. We're working hard. You start having families, a career. If you asked me through those years, I was feeling fine. However, what I didn't know was that by age 30, our stem cells have decreased by approximately 50%. I'm still feeling fine, but by age 60, only a small percentage remain. And what's the problem for many of us is once you hit that decline at about 45, 50, you're starting to lose muscle cells and bone cells. You don't feel it, but they're starting to decline because they're not getting repaired. So we start noticing our energy dropping. We start noticing we're achy. You're not sleeping as well. People are like, stand up straight. And you're thinking, I'm trying, I'm trying. You find that you might have more anxiety. You just don't feel like you used to do. Well, if you're like me, doctors never told me about this. So when I learned about this decline, once I started working with LifeWave, I was like, well, how do we turn it around, right? Well, tonight we're here to share with you this technology and how we can start to repair. But here's something I would ask. If you could change one thing in your health or in the health of someone you love, what would it be? For me, knee pain, right? Well, what impact would reducing or eliminating that issue have on your life or the quality of their life? Well, back then, when I first learned about this in 2021, I had been right before COVID doing a lot of flying. I was training nationally and internationally. I would get in the back of the plane and wedge myself back there because I knew when everybody unloaded from the plane, I couldn't do it fast. I was in so much pain to reach up and get my bag took me a long time. So the impact was it was really affecting my quality of life. So as we get in tonight, if we could show you a safe and affordable way to turn that trajectory back to looking and feeling and living younger, wouldn't you be interested? Who do you know right now tonight, honestly, who's praying for an answer, who's in pain, who might be really struggling with an illness, who just wants to feel good again? That's how I was. So, good news. X39, this little patch, it's a wearable light technology. It's really a historic breakthrough in holistic wellness. Well, if you're like me, you wouldn't be on here tonight if you didn't really appreciate holistic wellness. And in fact, years ago, about 400 light years ago, I owned a health food store and a fitness club, and I have sold a lot of supplements. I have been with wellness now for many, many years because I know that the body knows how to heal given the right things. So, this is a new patented, pardon me, wearable patch. It's safe, it's affordable, it's non-invasive, it's drug-free. Hey, I'm in. And it also uses frequencies of light to increase and improve our health and wellness. We're going to explain that to you. But very quickly, a little note. We just want to let you know that LifeWave products, they're not designed or intended to heal diseases. We don't want to tell you we're going to really, change this disease state. We're not here to treat or cure or diagnose any disease because this wellness technology is on the other side. It's bringing our body back to a state of wholeness and wellness, right? So as you go through this, we'd like to show you the benefits of how this technology can help you and someone you love. So let me share this wonderful quick video about LifeWave and X39.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Well, if you're like me, you wondered how this patch worked. So we would like to take you through kind of a little of the science of X39. It's based on the science of photobiomodulation. So photo light, bio, the body, and modulating the body through specific combination of organic materials and nanocrystals. Well, if you're following the news at all anymore, the news is constantly talking about new devices with infrared light, with crystals. If you've had cataracts done, they're using lasers. Those are crystals. Light and crystals are absolutely the new technologies for us to keep and maintain our body, our health in so many ways. So when you apply the patch on or even near the body within about 3 inches, being activated by our light field. Well, before LifeWave, I didn't know that our body emits infrared light because our eyes can't see infrared light. But if you've been in the military or you're a hunter and you've used night vision goggles, you can see animals out there, bodies out there, because we're emitting light. So this technology is, I kind of like to think of it as like a little computer chip that's talking to the body as we put it on through the light field. And as the body emits specific wavelengths of light, the patch is almost like talking to it. You're getting a biochemical response. However, you don't feel it because it's working at the DNA level. So this is David Schmidt. He's our visionary founder and CEO. He's an unbelievable, brilliant scientist and researcher. He has over 200 patents. He's on the leading edge of photobiotherapy. And he's also just this last year, at the end of 25, he received a new award from a a group in Europe, which I apologize, I have forgotten their name, but it was breakthrough about stem cell technology with both our X39 and our new product called Cellergize, that he was awarded a breakthrough award proving its effect on the health and wellness of our stem cells. He's conducted over 90 clinical studies proving the efficacy of this phototherapy, very renowned scientist. So, as you're working with X39, if you're like me, it's like, well, tell me a little bit about the company. Well, David created his first patch called Energy Enhancer exclusively for the U.S. Navy SEALs to increase their battle-ready stamina and strength and performance without the use of drugs and stimulants and caffeine. The patches were working so well in 2004, he founded LifeWave to bring this technology to the masses. The company has grown, and in 2010, we started manufacturing, international distribution, IT, everything in a global customer service in Ireland. We're now distributing to over 80 countries. We have 16 global distribution centers, a new headquarters in Draper, Utah, which has truly a state-of-the-art space age welcome center. And if you're like me, I had never even heard of LifeWave. Why? Here, I was very up on wellness. So if you're new with us tonight, welcome aboard. So a little bit about Life at X39. I don't know why I'm stumbling tonight. I usually don't do that, so thank you for your patience. It really is the holy grail of health and healing and regeneration. It's affordable, it's a breakthrough, it's doing what many of big pharma, many of the multi-billion dollar companies have been trying to do for 30 years. Think about it. If they had a pill that could activate our stem cells, what would they charge us? Well, here we have a technology that's not a pill, that's wearable, that's affordable, and it's been proven to activate a copper peptide in our blood that's enhancing stem cell activity. LifeWave has more than 200 patents plus more than 100 clinical studies and field results. And if you're like me, you're thinking, well, tell me what it does, Janet. First of all, more energy. Daily use of X39 leads to an increase in cellular energy way down at the DNA level. From the first day of use, many people feel less fatigued. Hey, what about sleep? Any of you suffer with insomnia? You're waking up at 3 a.m., you're on Facebook, right? Well, using X39 daily leads to an improvement in the quality of sleep because it's working with the brain. It's resetting that circadian rhythm. But most people report that the sleep's deeper and longer. Do you work out? It's January. People want to get back in shape. The holidays are over. Well, X39 improves both sports performance and recovery after exercise because it's honestly helping to build muscle and bone. And some users over the age of 50 really report feeling stronger and more fit than when they're in 20s and 30s. I have a friend, she's 70. She just sent me a video yesterday of her in the gym flipping big tires. Yes, from using these patches. The patches have been used by pro and amateur athletes around the world in almost every sport because think of it, it's not a drug. They can wear them and they still qualify without having any problems with the anti-drug people saying, you can't use that, you're out of the game. What about pain relief? That was my big one. Well, most people notice pain relief within minutes of application. It's working with the nerves, it's working with resetting inflammation. And often we've had people say, I had one woman say, I've been in 3 years of pain from shingles on the side of her face. Within about 15 minutes of X39 on her neck, she said, this is the first time I've been without pain for 3 years in my cheek. That was pretty exciting. What about brain health? Well, this patch is working systemically. You can put it on your big toe, it's going to help your brain. It's bringing down inflammation in the brain. This is a scan, 3 scans of a 77-year-old woman of her brain. Look at the inflammation, all the red. When they put the X39 on for 3 weeks, they scanned again, and it's 6 weeks. You see the inflammation coming down. Now, we cannot claim that we're going to help people come out of dementia, but our studies show that often improved memory, improved cognition really are happening from this patch. Do you know anybody that's had concussions? That's a big one, especially in sports. It's going to bring down the swelling in the brain and the inflammation. So, what about wound healing? Often it's helping wounds heal almost double the time. We have pictures of people within 4 weeks. Scars have even gone away, and doctors are saying, "How did this happen? How are you healing so fast?" And what we love too, wrinkle reduction. It's helping flood the body with collagen, muscles are tightening, skin is getting tighter. So please take pictures because you're going to start noticing in about 8 to 12 weeks, you're like, oh, my skin is so soft. People are going to ask, have you had a little work done? And do you have any scars? Take a picture. Does a phenomenon called remodeling, in which the scars really start breaking down and new skin comes back because it's activating with stem cells, you guys. And the results are in the pictures. These are true pictures, some of which I even took. But here you see people. This is a woman. Look at, oh, she was suffering from allergies. Look at her 4 months later. She looks like a brand new person, a lot happier. This woman, we really appreciate that on day 1, day 42, day 355, she was taking pictures and look at how the reverse aging, she's looking a good 10 to 15 years younger. This gentleman was out snowboarding. He had a run-in with a whole pile of rocks, and he looks like he did it face first. Well, look at him after 5 days with just X39. This is a friend, BJ. He had a tough day in construction, fell through rafters. Here's the X39 right on his ribs because he broke 6 ribs. Look at how quickly the bruising went away. But the real story is the doctor said, hey, BJ, you're going to be out for 6 weeks. You got to take it easy. He was back to work in 3 weeks. Karen, I'm going to tell you about her shortly. This is my friend Kame. She was in constant pain. She was looking at having her entire back having to be fused because of pain. And here she is after 9 months, absolutely a whole new life. You can look at the detox that's gone on in her eyes, how much muscle growth has come back because muscle's growing, lifting the face, and how much younger she looks. So this is Karen. She was really lovely taking pictures of recording of her cancer treatment of radiation in her sinuses. We don't get involved with cancer. We let you and your doctor work through your treatment. But after she was done, she applied the X39, took the pictures on June 6th, June 10th, 17th. Look at this. In just a couple weeks, she's looking much healthier. But here, look at her by June 30th. You can't even tell. This is how fast the X39 is activating stem cells in the body to heal. So exciting. What about hair growth? Many people later in life, a lot of thinning in the hair. We have many people reporting that the quality and the quantity and speed of hair growth truly happens. Some people that are gray are coming back with their natural color. I know my stylist said it probably month 3. She goes, Janet, you've got a whole bunch of new baby hair here, which is pretty exciting. So, youth renewal with X39 is happening from all ages. These are actually, you're able to use them with children and with pets. They're absolutely safe. So this is what people are saying about X39.
X39 has really changed my life. I'm not stuck at home in pain in bed. I'm here with my friends and enjoying my family.
Big thank you to Lifeway for helping me, helping my family, and helping the 100 people now in our team who are using Lifeway daily and their families. Big thank you. Love the products.
And I have energy through the roof.
I sleep better. I have so much more energy.
Throughout the day, I can focus better. I can concentrate in my work.
Our church worship service lasts 45 minutes. For the last 2 years, I've not been able to stand that long. 2.5 weeks into wearing the X39 patch, the pastor said, "You can now be seated." It dawned on me at that moment that, my goodness, I've been standing this whole time, didn't realize it.
After starting using the technology for approximately 2 weeks, my pain completely disappeared.
32 years of pain gone in 3 days.
I just love the products. They just help me to feel younger and younger year after year.
Thank God for X39.
My skin become younger, softer, firmer.
It's been really amazing.
I love X39 because it really helped reduce the inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
So what about the doctors? We constantly have people say, are doctors using this? Well, it's our blessing tonight to have one of our doctors with us, who I'm going to stop my share, and I'm going to ask Dr. Annabell Neuer to join us tonight. And Dr. Annabell is absolutely a wonderful person. I'll give you a little introduction to her. It's really a pleasure to introduce her. She hails from the beautiful, and I'm sure snowy, Hudson Valley in New York. And she's a pediatrician. She has a huge heart for helping people. She's a true servant leader. But Dr. Annabell is also one of our physician experts who we have a Sunday night webinar called Doc Talk, and she contributes to it regularly, where she shares her experience with LifeWave and X39. So welcome, Dr. Annabell.
Thank you so much, Janet, and hello, everyone.
Here we go. First, I'm going to turn up my volume here a little bit for everybody. So, Dr. Annabell, it's the beginning of the year, and people are made resolutions. They're going to get in shape. They're going to be more healthy. And many people tonight might be new to LifeWave. They might be new to stem cells. Could you explain basically, real quick, what are stem cells, what they do in the body, and perhaps we're going to tie it to how it might help them kick off their new year?
Well, definitely as a pediatrician, I get to see the life cycle very early on in kids' lives. So stem cells are what make us. So when we are born, we are made up of cells that are called stem cells, right? So the sperm and the egg came together and they became us. So stem cells have all this ability to become different parts of our body. So heart, lungs, eyes, ears. So that's what composes us with the stem cells. And so as we are growing, those stem cells are helping us to function. They're helping us to live life. But like you mentioned in your presentation, as we get older, the quality and the activity of those stem cells start to decrease, and hence our ability to bounce back from injuries, to heal from injuries, to heal from surgery, basically to live life, and we start to notice things are different. They're not like we were when we were in our teens and our 20s. And so as we get older, we start to notice those differences. And now here we have this innovative technology that is helping us reverse that. You know, we can start to live life. And my favorite part of the technology is it's so easy to incorporate into an everyday life. So now we know people are making resolutions, right? January, I got this. I want to do something better for myself. I want my health to be better. Why not do something that is so simple that you can keep as a resolution? Because some people, by 2 weeks into January, their resolutions are out the window. But here you have a patch technology that you can fit into your life. You just patch, go, and live life.
Thank you, Dr. Annie. And I apologize. I think we've got some internet interference between perhaps her or me. And I know you've got storms, and storms are moving across the US tonight. So we still can hear you very, very well. So thank you so much. So phototherapy is not something I think most of us are really aware of. Could you kind of quickly explain light therapy and how the patches interact with our body through light?
Yeah, so light therapy has been known for such a long time. When you look at the history of light therapy, ancient Egypt used light therapy. And light therapy began with the sun. And they realized when you were exposed to the sun and you had different colored crystals, it caused a signal or a change in the body. So here we have something much easier to use than to wait for the sun, because here I'm in New York and it's been cloudy all day. So I really haven't been benefiting from any sunlight. But basically, you have a crystal structure inside of the patch. It is hermetically sealed, so there's nothing coming out of the patch. But the way I like to look at it is the patch reflects our light back to us, right? We put the patch on our body. The patch is activated by our infrared light, also known as our body heat, takes it in, and then transforms it because of the crystal structure into a frequency that signals our body. And in the case of the X39, it signals our body with the frequency to upregulate that peptide called GHK copper peptide. And that's where the beauty begins. That's when the magic happens. And our life and our living becomes so much better because we have that increase in that protein that has all these numerous benefits that you said during the presentation.
Oh, well said. That's really well done. So, for people starting to wear X39, does it help with inflammation? Some of the people in the video said it brought down pain. What have you seen both is your practice as a doctor and also working with X39? Maybe share a little bit of what you've seen over the years with this technology.
Well, definitely. I love to share how I got to see how quickly and how beneficial these patches are when I used it on my own mother. You know, she had chronic knee pain, inflammation. And like we've said, and I've heard, we need inflammation because it helps clear out the things we don't need. But when that inflammation decides that it wants to stick around, that's when problems arise. And so I wanted to get my mother out of pain, and I said, why not use this? It's natural, it's not going to harm her. So I did. And lo and behold, she had a very rapid response with decrease of inflammation and decrease in pain. So I personally saw it within my own mother, and I've seen it within my own self. I've had injuries, like you mentioned your friend who was flipping over the tire. Well, I do CrossFit, which is what CrossFit is well known for the tire flipping. And I got to do my workout and not have that post-workout inflammation and pain and soreness, which allowed me to continue to work out on a regular basis. So we have all these different improvements in our activity level because that inflammation decreases, then it gives us the ability to continue doing what we want to do.
Oh, really well said. Thank you. And I know also I've met your wonderful husband, Chris, who's also in hockey, and I know he's had some great results with the patches, correct?
Yes, he has. So we've both been on the technology for 2.5 years, and we have been so grateful. And so my husband has also been very active working out at the gym, and he's had this amazing, wonderful muscle gain. So part of the patch technology, you have this muscle gain. So what does that equal? That equals a better ability to do sports. So he is a hockey player, not professional, but he plays men's league hockey for many years. And he is playing with 20 something year olds, 30 something year olds, 50 something year olds, 60 something year olds, I believe. And he is running circles around the 20 somethings and the 30 somethings and scoring and skating faster. And his teammates are noticing because he has that amazing muscle gain and strength. Not only that, but you can't prevent injuries. Injuries do happen,
Yeah.
right? But he has the reserves to recover faster from his injuries. And so I've seen the horrid bruises that he comes home with after his hockey games, and they resolve so quickly. And the length of time he's complaining about his injury has been less and less and less thanks to the patch technology. So you know you still want to do safe things so you don't get injured, but think of it as like an insurance policy to build up those reserves that when injuries happen, you have
Yes.
something to fall back on.
Oh, really well said, which is something, there's so many aspects of this technology. Folks, we could keep you here all night. And she just brought up a really good one on terms of the recovery. Well, Dr. Annabelle, this can be, it's winter, it can be the flu season for some. Perhaps maybe explain, as you as an MD, how the X39 can help boost our immune response.
Absolutely. I can speak to it on a personal level and as a doctor. So, we all know the winter season for many of us is a very difficult time because there's a lot of illnesses happening. Our immune systems may not be up to par to meet those demands. We can do the things we're supposed to do, sleep well, eat well, take your vitamins. Those are great ways to boost your immunity. But then here you also have the X39. The X39, because of courtesy of the GHK copper peptide, but also by increasing your glutathione, which is a master antioxidant, helps protect your cells. So, most recently, the family, us, myself, my husband, my daughter, we all got the dreaded illness that was floating around. And she got it first. She started with the fevers and she was kind of acting a little funny. And then my husband Chris fell down. And I'm like, yay, I'm good. I'm gonna be fine. And then poof, day three, I got it too. But luckily for us, because we're faithful X39 users, we did not have that prolonged time frame of being ill. By 4 days out, she was starting to feel better. Same thing for my husband and same thing for myself. We were out and doing things and kind of like, doing what we're supposed to do because, as a mom, we can't take a break. We still have to take care of everyone. So I had to be at the top of my game despite I wasn't on the top of my game. But thanks to the X39, I want to say our recovery was really smooth and quickly in comparison to other illnesses that can last a week to 10 days.
Oh, thank you.
So most certainly that immune support is so key.
And what she's also mentioning, you noticed your daughter's 8, 9,
So
somewhere in
my daughter is 6.
sit. Oh my goodness, I thought she was older than that. But it's safe for children, correct?
Yeah, so I must say a disclaimer because, as a mom and as a pediatrician, I have felt completely comfortable using the technology. I've been using it on her for 2 years and I will continue to use it because I have seen the beauty that it is X39 and the LifeWave technology. But we must be clear, LifeWave never tested the technology on children, nor can they make recommendations. So the use of the technology on anyone younger than 18 is purely at your discretion. We as parents can decide what is best for our child. So, me as a parent, me as a pediatrician, I completely feel comfortable using it and I have used it on multiple occasions. But most certainly, the X39 is a daily staple for all three of us.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Annabelle. Folks, I could keep Dr. Annabelle here for at least another half an hour. There's so much wisdom she can impart. But Dr. Annabelle, as we finish off, tell them how long they should wear the patch.
Right. So studies have shown the optimal time frame to use it is 12 hours. So we wear the technology or the patches for 12 hours and then we remove it and give our 12-hour break. Because the patches are producing a signal and your body is responding to the signal. If we overuse the patches, our body won't respond as nicely to the patches. And so then you will get a decrease in your benefits or you won't notice as much. So most certainly keep to that 12-hour time frame. I put alarms on my phone, patch on, patch off, and that way you can remember to take them on, take them off and put them back on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we do have a question. This actually is in our Power of the Patch webinar. We tend to not take questions. But one thing I'll say with children, what I love about the patch, and I'm sure you do, Dr. Annabelle, if there's any contraindication, you can just take it off. If I swallow a pill, I can't get it out of my body, right? So here you have control over it if you're working with children or elderly people. Well, Dr. Annabell, thank you so much. You guys stay warm up there in the Hudson Valley. And if you would like to hear more from her, we have a Doc Talk webinar every Sunday night. Get back to the person who invited you, and we will definitely, you'll get to hear more of Dr. Annabell. So thank you very, very much.
All right. Thank you so much.
Great. So as we move along here, wrapping it up tonight, there's just one other part I'd like to share with you. Years ago, when I was asked, do you know anything about these patches? I couldn't stop sharing them. I had such amazing results. Pretty soon I was telling my friend Barbara, and she was telling people. And so we'd like to give you just one other idea here. Since you know that they're patented, you know that the doctors are using them, and that they're very, very safe. So as we jump in here, let me tell you a little bit about LifeWave. In my background, I worked a lot with big companies. So when you see a growth curve like this, it means something. Since X39 was launched in 2019, the company is in 3,000% growth in the last 6 years because people are listening to people like Dr. Annabell. They're listening, their friends are like, I want to try this, right? We're now the #1 growth company in network marketing. And why David Schmidt chose this model is because we have to explain it. If you saw these patches down at your drugstore, you wouldn't know what they are. And so here, I appreciate you being here to learn about them. Maybe these are going to help someone in your friends and family circle. Well, we're a rising star in the $8 trillion longevity market. We're all living longer and we want to live well. And so we would like to share this with you if it's for you or someone you know. We'd love you to help us get the word out because this is an exclusive product. It has no competition and it's helping people worldwide. We have a really simple system of how to share it. Tonight is one of them. Bring some people on and we'll be happy to explain it. We have websites, we have training. There's really a low cost of entry. I just bought some patches and occasionally I gave some friends someone. I didn't have to buy a whole garage full of product. And it's really a great plan B in today's economy. I don't know about you, but if you look at the headlines, people are getting laid off from AI. Think about in 2025, all the federal layoffs. People are looking for another way to earn income. So we love it because we're rewarded. We're making a difference in people's life. I wish I had more time to tell you all the stories that the people I've shared it with have had. So in addition to being a really rock solid, privately owned, debt-free company, no Wall Street involved here, LifeWave has a very powerful compensation plan that pays out 50% of the profits to our brand partners because we're working one-on-one with you. As you're getting pain relief and reduced inflammation, you're helping people heal faster, more energy. You say, well, how do I get started, Janet? Well, first of all, you can just buy these little patches retail. There's 30 in a pack. They charge $149.95 for a 1 month supply. As Dr. Annabell said, put one on at maybe 8 in the morning, wear it till 8 at night, take it off, bring a new one out the next day, new one comes on, right? But we know from studies that it's ideal to have at least a month of practice with them for every decade of age. So a 30-year-old might use them for 3 months, an 80-year-old for 8 months. So David Schmidt said, let's help people get on board for at least 3 months with our subscribe and save subscription. The price drops for $50. You're going to have the patches come in once a month. You're going to be able to put them on. Take that picture of your face. Start to see how you're sleeping, how your energy comes up. But what I love, it's not a long-term, you can't get out of it subscription. LifeWave's very, very flexible. And that's a great way to get started. A lot of people start and say, well, let me try 3 months. Let's see how these work. We have a 90-day risk-free money-back guarantee from the day it ships. But here's what I loved about getting started as a brand partner. When I share these, I'm doing it from the heart. I see the people, I see how their life will change. But also LifeWave says, thank you, Janet. We'd like to pay you for sharing, which helps pay for my patches. Okay, that's how I started. Well, part-time, I was sharing videos, I was talking to friends, or it turned into a full-time income. It's a very generous program with a lot of rewards, one of which many of us are going to be on a 5-star all-expense paid vacation to Hawaii pretty soon. I'll be qualifying here probably in the next week. We'll be going in May. We'd love you to come with us. But what's wonderful is we get paid weekly. How many people out there right now could have an extra $100, $500 a week coming in? It would change their lives. We have 4 brand partners. That's what we call ourselves. We have 4 kits available. There's a core kit for, $295, gives you 3 months of X39. Our advanced kit's great for couples, the husband and wife. You get 6 of the X39, 3 months for her, 3 months for him, for $535, which is also you're saving another $65. Our advanced plus goes into 10 packs, our premium into 20. Why would you need 20? Well, for many people, they start to see this is an amazing technology. Nobody's got it. I think I'd really like to start working this to have extra income. And so we have enough volume for you to help start a business, and we'll help you get going with that. Also, I'm not a tax expert, but typically a direct sales company has been proven to save you between $4,000 and $8,000 in taxes. So think of it for a minute. Even if you just joined us for the tax benefits, do you have an employer right now saying, hey, Janet, I'd like to give you $4,000 to $8,000 this year? I don't think many of us hear that. So there's many, many benefits for joining us. So we'd like to just share a little bit about LifeWave. This is our new corporate headquarters in Utah. I'm going to pause and tee this up. How many of you know, go back. How many of you know William Shatner from the old days with Star Trek? Well, David Schmidt's a great fan of William Shatner and had him come to LifeWave and produce this fun little video called The World's Oldest Intern. Oh, it didn't want to play. Let's see if I can get it to play. Here we go.
I've lived a long life. I've done a lot of things, but I've never been an intern.
I'm the founder, sure, but I'm also an inventor. My latest experiment? Hire William Shatner. But as an intern. No way I can afford that guy full-time.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I'm going to be your trainer for today.
Hi, Alicia. Hi, Alicia.
William Shatner?
Yeah, well, you can call me Bill. Or intern. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's just fine. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of our Welcome Center.
I hear they have something like a captain's bridge in the Welcome Center. Feels like you're traveling through space.
I have an award-winning production designer.
This I gotta see.
For decades, and hey, Bill!
Please, no sci-fi today. I'm just here as an intern, that's it. I just beamed in. Yeah, I know that look. I get that look whenever I sneak around, and you're sneaking. Go away. I'm busy. Jackpot. You didn't see a thing. Oh. People gotta see this.
Bill! Who let you in here?
He let me in here.
Bill? Captain?
Oh, you gotta get out here. The old intern who looks an awful lot like me, he's messing things up.
But wait, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a sci-fi thing. Come on.
Oh, excuse me. David, was that? Is that in budget?
There you are. Come on. Back to the group.
People gotta see this.
I know. It's a part of the tour.
Are you ready for me? Doug? Bill? Doug? Bill! Doug! Oh, Bill! For goodness.
Do you know Doug?
Do I know Doug? Star Trek designer on props and sets and the spaceships and this?
Came out beautifully, huh?
Oh, Doug is...
Hey, Bill.
Oh.
One of your clones said you're causing trouble.
You're taking the word of a clone?
Personally, I always go with the original.
That's a good idea.
I have a question. Are you really going to be an intern here?
Yeah. Why not? But first, I gotta tell you about the Welcome Center here at the LifeWave offices.
Okay, this is a commercial.
No,
Got it.
No. It's a kinda soft sell. No, just a simple suggestion, really. You absolutely have to get back to the person who shared this video with you. I had a great time exploring the LifeWave Welcome Center, experiencing their amazing life-changing technology, and learning about the opportunities surrounding one of the fastest-growing companies on the planet. And you will too. So check them out, and just tell them Bill sent you. The real Bill, not that sci-fi clone.
Bill, we're waiting.
Oh. Okay. Hey, duty calls. Back to interning. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you, everybody. We're going to stop there tonight. And that is our Welcome Center. I have been there. Those are the production from Doug from Star Trek did design it. If you can join us in Utah, the company is on breakthrough technologies in the areas of energy, which you're going to hear about, water, which you're going to hear about shortly, probably in the next 60 days. We have breakthrough technology spanning the next 5 years. If you're someone who wants to be on the forefront of both wellness and technologies, please come join us. We've got a whole world to help. So thank you, Dr. Annabell, for coming in tonight. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Please get back with the person who shared this with you. Get to know it more. If you need to look at the research, the clinical studies, which is what I did, you're welcome to. And so we just hope that you'll start 2026 feeling better, feeling younger, looking better, looking younger. Thank you so much. Good night.